The internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities. So I guess this is a story of how it changed our lives. Maybe it will yours too. It'll be cool. Now that I've gotten on the internet, I'd rather be on my computer than doing just about anything. You'll learn how the net can entertain you and take you to far-off locations and meet new people. So let's get underway.
Hey Kyle, welcome to episode 6 of Kyle's Cut, where we talk about episode 12 of Heads Up, where we talked about Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and then we ate some peeps. It's a very special episode of Kyle's Cut because not only can you hear Stella panting and jumping on things in the background, but we have a special guest that has not appeared yet on Heads Up. It's Holly. How are you doing, Holly?
Hey, I'm good. Hey, Kyle. I'm pretty excited to be on Kyle's Cut. You know, it's the exclusive podcast where only max 4 people listen, so I'm ready. Excited.
Is that an insult to me?
No, not at all. I'm saying I like that it's more exclusive. It's for a special group of people.
Sure.
It's not for everybody, you know. It's shorter, it's more condensed, you know. It's for Kyle. It's talking to Kyle. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle, what's up?
Hey, Kyle. Holly says that she is the number 1 fan of the Heads Up podcasts. Brett disputes that. I say he disputes it. He's never actually said he disputes it, but he says he's the biggest fan.
I think it was alluded to in an episode of Heads Up that somebody said that somebody was the number 1 fan, so I've just been outed.
Yeah.
So thank God that only Brett listens to this in you. But Brett probably is a number 1 fan because I've only listened to 1 episode of Kyle's Cut. For me, it's too short. It's too short. I like a 2-hour podcast, which thankfully Heads Up has been given us.
Well, you may have more in common with Kyle than you think, because he may have only listened to 1 episode of Kyle's Cut too. We don't know. We're uncertain.
Uncertain has not been confirmed or denied.
We might have to call this Brett's Cut.
Brett's Cut?
We might. I don't know. I think he listens to them all.
Number 1 fan.
Apparently. Kyle, in this last episode of Heads Up, in your Kyle's Click segment, we talked a lot about owning guns and the upcoming apocalypse and things of that nature. In that, I said I would own a gun. Holly, would you own a gun?
I don't know. I guess it depends. If we're in a post-apocalyptic world,
right, I
might. If it was currently, I think the answer would be no.
You think the answer would be no?
Well, I'm pretty sure the answer would be no, and the answer for you would also be no if it was currently.
Is that because we share a residence?
We cohabitate, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think if it, if it was like the Wild West, as you and Sean alluded to, then I might feel the nature for my personal safety. That argument might be valid.
Would you feel the need for the personal safety because Sean said he would constantly be firing 2 large guns in the air at all times?
I mean, I also might just like have bulletproof vests and like maybe other things, more protective gear.
What if
I'm more protected. I don't want to hurt others. I just don't want others to hurt me. So.
What if they shoot you in the face?
That would really suck. You seen this face?
Yeah. Sean, would you ever own a gun?
Yeah. I don't now, but I would. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would want 2 of the ones that I could, like, shoot wildly up into the air. Like, the rifles that just fire when you hold the trigger down.
Yeah. Definitely some semi-automatic weapon with, like, a large clip or magazine, whatever they're called.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that much about guns. Thank you for covering.
We're gonna know that much about guns, Sean. Okay, because we're gonna own guns.
Well, we're gonna have to when the democracy in which we live is dissolved by maniac billionaires.
Now, how are you gonna carry your gun around? You think, depending on it's gonna be a decent sized gun.
Okay. I mean, I thought I'm gonna have 2. And I'm going to walk around with them pointed, like, braced on my shoulders, pointed up at the sky, just firing wildly at all times.
You're never going to put them away?
No, why would... If you put them away, you're dead! Another gun owner will come shoot you. Are you kidding me?
I think half the fun of owning a gun is the holster. Don't you? I mean...
Let me ask you this. In the new post-apocalyptic world in which we're going to be living very soon, do bedazzlers still exist?
Oh, most definitely.
Then yeah, the holster's probably a pretty good part of the gun.
Etsy will still be around.
No, it won't. Didn't you hear? I think Kyle just told us. Let me update you.
I mean, how would you feel about running an Etsy style shop for gun holsters?
I mean, I would be for that.
Yeah.
I love capitalism. I love being a consumer. I love it all. And in Heads Up, there was talk about bedazzled gun holsters, and I'd be for that. So I would love to run your Etsy shop in a protective, like, bunker where I would not be hurt, and then you and Sean, and apparently not Kyle because he can't be in your gang, as talked about on
he's
Pod.
very anti-gun. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
It's the only reason.
Yeah.
Can I own a gun holster now? Like,
Yeah.
currently? And not wait till the apocalypse?
Well, I mean, you can carry lots of things in gun holsters. I would imagine, right? Like, listen, you could have water guns, paintball guns. I don't know. Are there other types of things that look like guns? I don't know. You could use it as part of, like, a tool belt. We could expand. Could have a whole bunch of things that are bedazzled.
Yeah. I mean, you said I could have other things than guns in the holster, but the first two examples you gave me were guns.
Because I couldn't think of any. I don't even know what a gun holster looks like.
Yeah.
I guess it looks like a gun, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Could you fit a cell phone in
Could
there?
have a potato gun.
Could you fit a cell phone?
So, well, then I'd
Probably
just
not our cell phones. They're too big these days, right?
humble brag.
No, it's a fact. Nobody has a flip phone.
People have belt clips for cell phones. I feel like I'd look like that.
Yeah, it's a poor choice.
Well, I mean, if I had a holster that, like, between my shoulder blades, that's where I kept my phone, that would look good, right? That would look...
Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't really visualize that, but it's fine.
I'll play that scene from Die Hard. You'll love it.
I've never seen it.
Do you want to start up a Heads Up Etsy shop where we bedazzle gun holsters?
Yes.
All right.
Special edition Heads Up bedazzled gun holsters on sale shortly.
We can do we can't do Harry Potter designs because it's very protected intellectual property.
We could just do generic Wizard High School Heads Up holsters.
Wizard High.
So we talked about Order of the Phoenix. That's
Yeah.
the Harry Potter movie?
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that movie in particular?
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I feel like, as you guys mentioned, it's called The Order of the Phoenix, and it's mentioned for maybe 20 minutes the entire movie. There's no focus on that at all.
That's
So
true.
I just feel like it's a pretty forgettable movie in the series.
How do you feel about Sirius Black owning a slave and everyone being okay with that?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's part of, like, what in our own history, that it's just like it's what you do, so it's not a big deal. I mean, I think it's like
Yeah, it's in our history.
Yeah,
right?
so-
It's not in our present. right.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, I think it's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come on to Kyle's Cut and be like, yeah, I'm down with just, like, owning, like, an elf as a slave
All right.
that it can only leave if I give it a pair of socks. I'm not here to represent that position.
Creature does not like Harry Potter. Also, Harry Potter walks by Creature. He knows what house elves are, what they go through. Does not introduce himself.
Doesn't even say fucking hi.
Yeah, just walks right by. Doesn't nod his head, just walks right
Yep.
by. Like, you're less than, obviously, so I don't need to talk to you.
I don't need
I'm
to-
the
yeah.
boy who lived.
You're some kind of fucking slave. It's amazing how quickly Harry Potter is into slavery as soon as he realizes Sirius Black does it.
He's like, oh, Sirius Black does it? It must be cool.
Must be.
I
Yeah,
want a slave.
Cool. I want a slave. Oh man, I should have kept that slave. I shouldn't have set that other elf free. I should have taken him.
Now, I don't know much about this, but if Sirius Black sold that house, does Creature go with the house or go with the family?
I think he owns the family owns him.
Yeah, so if you sold the house, since they're house elves, you just take it to another house.
I mean, I think they're just elves, and the house is a derogatory term attached to remind them of their status.
All right.
That, like a house, they're just a possession.
I would just like to see those contracts drawn up when you're selling a house.
I think they're in a locked room in the ministry where the elves don't ever get to read them, and also I don't think the elves are taught to read.
I'm pretty sure you could give a house elf a gun holster, and it would be able to...
Well, that's interesting. Is it a piece of clothing or an accessory? I don't know. Do accessories work to free a house elf?
I mean, I guess, are socks considered accessories?
I mean, I think that's clothing.
Okay.
I think it's an essential part of our wardrobe, right? Like, you wear a shirt, you wear pants.
Not if you're
Hopefully you wear underwear.
not if you're a sandals guy. Kyle, do you wear underwear? I know you wear underwear. It's fine.
You don't have to answer that, Kyle.
It's fine.
like a personal
I
question.
shouldn't say like I know you wear underwear. Like,
Yeah, like how do
or
you
that
know?
it's been- I know
You guys
you
are
wear
real
underwear.
good friends, but I don't know if
We've
you
been
guys
friends
know
for a
that.
long time. He owns underwear. He's definitely wearing it. You're definitely...
How do you know definitely?
Yeah, it's not like I have to be embarrassed. I mean, the last episode had 2 listens. You wear underwear. I know you wear underwear. It's fine. We don't need to go into how I know. It's just, we're friends for... You know. This podcast for you. You know. Kyle, I wear underwear in case you didn't know. I wanted to make sure that you had the same information about me that I have on you. I wear underwear. Like,
Kyle doesn't want to know.
every day
Kyle
I wear
doesn't
underwear.
care.
Kyle, every day.
He doesn't care.
Every day.
No. Well, yes, you do, but no.
Every day. I'm wearing underwear right now.
I think you're like Tobias, if you could be, right? You would want to wear.
Tobias Fuke?
Yeah, you'd want to wear as many layers of clothing as possible. So.
I like layers, yeah. I mean, I don't think we gotta make fun of me for that.
No, I'm not making
You
fun
know?
of you. So defensive.
I'm happy that Kyle wears underwear. I don't know where you stand on this.
I don't want to take a position about this.
You want to remain mysterious on your feelings about Kyle and
No.
his underwear.
I think underwear is great.
Okay.
I think it's an essential part of your wardrobe, and I think it would be clothing. I think you could
Yeah.
give a piece of underwear to a house elf, and that would free them. But a gun holster, I'm not sure.
Do house elves do laundry for the people in the house? Because
Oh, I think they
I'd
do.
love that. So, like, do I give a sack of laundry to Creature, and he can just say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I can go free now"?
No, because you're not giving. I think you have to give the article of clothing with the intention of freeing them. But I don't know, because maybe in another movie, a house elf just like got a piece of clothing and that wasn't the intention. I might be wrong about
Is
that.
it just like customary, so that Dobby's like, "I got a sock, I'm out," whereas like he could have been like, "Oh, never mind, I'll still be a slave. That's the only life I've ever known."
Could they make that choice?
Yeah.
I think they could.
You know
make that
what?
choice.
Dobby's not even in this movie. Did we talk about Dobby at all?
No.
This last movie?
No,
Kyle,
just talk about
I'm sorry.
Creature.
Forget that.
But you guys talked about Dolores Umbridge coming in and setting
yeah.
down rules, and
Yeah.
you guys were for it.
Umbridge becomes Inquisitor or whatever of Hogwarts.
I love England. I love it.
So she just doing all this stuff, making all these rules.
And Arcus Filch loves it. Finally, somebody is taking control of these kids.
Yes.
He fucking loves it.
Yeah, I kind of love it too. So, 2 things. 1, they treat having extra rules like it's some sort of immediate oppressive regime. Where she's just like, yeah, no, you can't do this anymore. Everyone's like, oh no, what? We can't do whatever the fuck we want all the time?
Her first 50 rules were like, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. It's like, try to act like adults. Be more orderly. Don't wear hats in
Yeah.
class.
Don't just willy-nilly use magic in the halls.
Yeah. Magic is super dangerous, actually, guys. So...
You guys are all
That
about
place is
rules,
out of control.
getting it back together, getting it in line. You know, that's great. You know, I love structure and rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. But you guys did not talk about at all that she's a horrible child abuser. She literally makes children write on a piece of paper, like at the beginning of The Simpsons, like Bart Simpson style, and it carves that sentence into the back of their hands. And I think Harry Potter had to write, "I will not tell lies."
Well, Holly...
And it carved it and left a scar. You guys, you are praising her.
Holly, much like
Corporal
your view on
punishment.
slavery, it's part of our past, the way we discipline children. And
Wait, I need to clarify the slavery bit. I do not condone it then or now.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
people are just okay with it in the Harry Potter world because
Yeah.
it's like it hasn't been, you know.
Well, I mean, she had to be extra harsh on, especially Harry Potter, because I mean, he's famous. She knows that he has had no type of discipline in his life whatsoever. First day of class, he is basically screaming at her while she is trying to conduct a class.
So it like allows her to make him write on a piece of paper that through magic writes on the back of its hand, carves it out like a knife. I will not tell lies, and leaves a permanent scar. This child has been abused his whole life
Yeah.
by adults. Why is he out of control? Because adults have used him as a pawn, and then he has this other abuse.
Okay.
You guys don't care at all.
Which abuse do you think is worse? Carving something into your hand for like
pretty bad.
20 minutes,
But it was multiple times.
or your entire formative years being
Yeah.
manipulated and turned into a weapon.
Oh, yeah.
For the killing of one person.
Obviously that.
Yeah, obviously Dumbledore
But-
is the worst offender
But
of punishing.
a worse child abuse is good. Is better. Is like you can just be like, oh, it was just a little like
Yeah.
branding. It's
Yeah.
fine. Carving into his skin. It's just we can like.
I don't want to go too deep on this, but you'd rather have like if you saw a kid and he was in a household where he was struck a lot or like hit with a closed fist, and he had the chance to get out of that house to a family that believed in spanking. Still, you'd be like, nah, it's just as bad.
Well, this is I think this is like going down. I think that there's.
It's going down a road, okay?
Yeah,
Let's talk
this
more
is
about
supposed to be shorter,
Kyle's
yeah.
underwear.
Yeah. I think there's differences.
Yeah, I'm just saying there was a lot of chaos in that school.
There was.
And she set a lot of rules, a lot of ordinary rules that people flipped out about.
I think that is fair. That's a fair point. Okay. But she's not like the hero of this story. She's a horrible human.
Okay.
So I'm glad the centaurs took her away. Bye. Girl, bye.
Would you have called an ambulance or like the first responders to go get her?
It's dangerous. You would have been sending them to their death.
Somebody would have to go get her, right?
What, so they don't ever come out?
And to their death?
Well, the Dark Forest, it's filled with all horrible things.
Not if you're friendly with the centaurs.
I guess. Are the first responders friendly? I don't know. I guess we'd have to know. I mean, I probably would. I don't want to see somebody get murdered, even if they're horrible. Yeah. But as a viewer of the movie, it was like, bye.
We also had the Room of Requirement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's interesting. I just so what is it that they say that if you ever need the room for some reason, it will just appear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like that's really dangerous in like a high school.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of things kids would need, quote unquote, need a room for. And it just like pops up.
Yeah.
And they all know this.
Kid pops up, it pops up. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. That's disgusting.
But like the perspective these kids have is they find it, and I forget who says it. It might be Hermione, but she's like, "Oh, the room appears to people who have a real need," and then someone is like, "It's like the school wants us to fight back." Are you fucking kidding me, guys? Are you that fucking obsessed with killing? Like, the inanimate building wants us to murder.
Well, they've heard all these stories that Harry Potter's been telling, and they're just like, I want to kill somebody.
He is the correct person to put in charge of this class, though. If you're training a group of people to kill, you do take the kid who's been killing people with his bare hands since he was 11. Yeah. He
only knows 4 spells, but those are the only ones he's been needing to kill anybody, so he's fine with it.
If only he could teach the use your hands to turn someone's entire body to dust spell.
I mean, I think it's great to have a room if you need it. So, like, but here's the thing, I forget. So if like, Dolores Umbridge needs the room, needs the room where they go and have Dumbledore's army prepare to fight against whoever, I guess Voldemort, right?
The Order of the Phoenix, a dangerous terrorist cell, starts having children recruit other children to create a child army to fight against the government.
Yeah, that's really horrible. So can she just be like, I need this room where they're preparing, where they're training, and it pops up? Is that what happens? I forget.
Well, I mentioned that didn't Filch need to find those kids, and that the Room of Requirement did not open up. Now it's because, which I've found out recently, which is going to spoil the next episode. He's a squib.
Yeah, when I was listening to you guys talk about it, talk about Filch in the episodes, I was like screaming like, no, he has no magic. He has I think his mother.
Yeah, I get set up in the next episode and shot right down. Ugh, terrible. Now.
Yeah. But I will say, Sean was real harsh about Filch, about being like an idiot for being a janitor at a school for wizards when he could just use magic to clean. Dude has a disability.
Yeah.
Like, Hogwarts is giving him a job so he can have a prosperous life and give a purpose.
Now, do you feel safe talking about Sean like this? Because he's not going to
I'd say it to his face.
Wow.
Just saying, he was given Filch shit, and it sounded like he didn't have all the information when he said it either.
Kyle, how do you feel about janitors?
Janitors are great.
Kyle, text me. Let me know how you feel about janitors.
Official stance of Kyle's Cut.
Official stance of Kyle's Cut is janitors are great.
I mean,
And,
I think you call them like what? I don't think
Well,
you call them
he's a groundskeeper because there's more
Yeah.
than he doesn't just work on the inside of the place.
Yeah.
He also works on the outside of the place.
Yeah.
Again, if he's a squib, no magic, he's taking care of that castle by himself. I don't see any other janitorial. or
Right. He's doing an
groundskeeping
amazing
staff.
job.
Yeah, that's what. It's the next episode. You'll figure it out.
Okay,
Kyle,
okay, sorry,
you'll
we
hear.
jumped ahead. I didn't
No,
even
Kyle,
hear.
you won't hear all about it because you won't listen to the episode. But we talk all about it.
Yeah, I feel like we're really going.
This is
off
a
on
preview
tangents.
of Kyle's Cut. The next one, when we talk about the next, you get it. You get it. But I guess, Kyle probably knows the story of the Order of the Phoenix, but he doesn't know Sean and I's reactions. I know Sean is trying to swear less.
Oh yeah.
How's that going for him? Have you?
I don't think it went well.
No?
I don't think it was going well for him at all.
No.
There was a lot of F-bombs.
Ooh,
They're dropping.
that's fuck.
Oh,
That's
I was trying to keep it clean.
Is
Trying to
Kyle's
keep-
Cut clean?
I don't know. Is
Is
it?
it clean? I don't know. Well, no, I could do clips of the episodes. Probably.
Oh,
All
so
right.
probably not. No, he was swearing a lot.
Oh.
It's easy. I mean,
F
he
this,
he
F
had
that.
a, he had a lot of outrage about
Yeah, he got
a lot of
outraged.
things.
Yeah. I stayed very calm.
No, well, yes. You don't have like large reactions to like anything.
You
So.
just call Sean large? Is
No,
that because he's not gonna hear this?
unreal. I did not. I just meant like you don't exclaim about anything ever. No, Sean was a champion for civil liberties.
He is.
Yeah.
He was, and he has always been.
Yeah. So he was very upset about the way that the Ministry of Magic was operating.
Yeah.
And so he had a lot to say about it. He was pretty outraged.
They're just gonna decide the fate of this minor
Yeah.
without any fucking adult.
Well, that shows you the terrifying power that the Ministry has granted itself, essentially, in the wizarding world. Kids, 15? And they just don't give a shit. It's just irrelevant. At first, he doesn't even get a fucking lawyer. He doesn't get representatives. Like, they were gonna make a 15-year-old defend himself, and the entire room of wizards was okay with that. That's the thing. This wasn't like some underhanded move that, like, a couple wizards did, and then they had a secret meeting. There's, like, a good 40 fucking people in that room, and no one is like, it's kind of fucked up to make a 15-year-old defend himself because he doesn't know the fucking laws. Nope, no one cares. Just no one gives a shit.
They moved his hearing, hoping that Dumbledore wouldn't make it. The one person that was gonna defend him, they're like, nah, fuck this.
So Dumbledore says some troubling things, as far as I could tell, when he's there. First and foremost, he says that the Ministry should mount an investigation into why the Dementors attacked Harry. But the phrase he uses is into why the Dementors attacked without authorization.
Yeah.
Which means the fucking Ministry can authorize Dementor attacks.
They're fucking drone strikes.
They suck your soul out.
Yeah.
Like, what? Jesus Christ. This is a world of terrors and nightmares.
How can you root for a government that is that corrupt?
It's pretty corrupt. I mean, it just really feels too close to home, right?
Yeah.
Feels like there's a lot of parallels between our
Yeah.
times now and times
Crazy.
then.
It's crazy.
It's like just waiting for the drones to come and strike us.
Yeah.
Sean was rightfully outraged.
Rightfully outraged.
Rightfully outraged.
He's also outraged about the slavery. I'm going to put that out there. I don't want to...
He was also very upset about the slavery.
You know what? I was outraged about both as well. I don't want to make it seem like I wasn't outraged, because
He
I
just didn't
was.
express it, that's all.
I expressed myself just fine. We went on for over
Almost 2 hours.
almost 2 hours. I expressed myself. I'm anti-slavery.
Jeff, you're good.
I'm also anti-government. Don't tell the government. Alexa,
He already knows.
Don't tell the government.
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
That's right.
CatFX. Oh.
Damn. Oh, shit. How did that movie end? Do you remember how that movie ended?
Well, they get to Harry Potter and his friends. Well, Harry Potter is speaking with or hearing Voldemort speak to him. Like Voldemort's able to break through into his mind.
He goes to the Ministry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah.
Voldemort implants sort of a vision in Harry's head, right? And I forget exactly what it is at that time. What the vision is
The
it
last
about?
time?
Well, to get him to go to the
Oh,
Ministry.
he has Sirius Black tied up in the Ministry
Yes.
of Magic near the
the prophecies.
prophecies. Yeah.
So Harry's like, we gotta go. So then he and his friends.
He didn't spend any time asking anybody.
Yeah. any questions.
Any questions? Like,
Checking in to see,
He
like,
didn't-
hey, is this like
Yeah.
actually happening because I know Voldemort's
Yeah.
been getting in my head?
As Shauna said, he didn't stick his face in a fire pit
Yeah.
and ask Sirius Black if he's okay.
Yeah. Maybe like
Yeah.
ask a teacher like that's part of the Order of the Phoenix. Like,
Yeah.
hey, is this like legit? Or should we be concerned?
So
But-
he gathers the most talented of his army, child army.
Yeah.
And then uses Thestrals or Pestrals.
Yeah,
I don't remember what they're called,
I think
but
Thestrals.
so these invisible horses that only he and Luna can see.
because
Yeah, because you have to be.
you have had to witness death.
Yeah. He knew where to find his prophecy because he saw Voldemort see it in his own mind. He's
Yeah.
like, well, that's what Voldemort's after then, right? So Voldemort's got it. What are you doing there?
Well, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have it because we learn when we're in there that the only person who can take the prophecy is the person
Yeah.
who it's about. So they could have just checked to make sure Sirius was okay and then not gone there, and everything
Yeah.
would have been perfectly fine.
They could have talked to anybody who has any knowledge of this before they went off. But then they're like, how are we going to get there? So they tried the Flume in Umbridge's office because they're watching every other one. And then they decide on Pestrals, right? So they could fly there?
Yeah.
What about fucking brooms?
Yeah.
There's at least 30 to 40 fucking brooms for every Quidditch match. Why do you need to be riding these invisible creatures?
And how fast can an undead horse with wings fly? Faster than a magical broom? I don't think so. So they want to get there, but they want to get there in style and in their own time.
Yeah.
They're not. It doesn't.
Yeah.
They make it seem like they're hurrying, but they're definitely not.
I've only ridden a horse a handful of times.
Really?
And, yeah, not to brag.
I've never ridden a horse. Please go on.
It's not like the easiest thing to do. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, they tell you, and, you know, I'm not a very forceful person, but I can only imagine trying to ride and figure out how to ride a horse that I couldn't see. That was then going to fly.
Well, let's see. Who could see it? Harry could see it.
Yeah.
Luna could see it.
Yeah, end of list.
No. See, I think because Hermione just watched Umbridge get dragged off, that might count. She might be like, "Oh fuck, that lady's dead." Like that. Maybe that counts. I don't know. Boy, that is end of list, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not Ron. Not the doofus guy.
Neville.
Neville. Yeah, I think of him as doofus in my head. Not Ron's sister. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I do that. That's.
Hey, come out to the Dark Forest and just jump on this invisible thing that eats red meat.
Do you think they Do you think they dragged another student out and killed him so everyone could see the Thestrals?
Well, how do you get those things to agree to take you somewhere? You know what I mean?
You got to give them a lot of red meat.
That's right.
About a 15-year-old's worth.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
So, because brooms wouldn't get you there,
Yeah.
Kyle, what goes faster, an undead flying horse or a broom? Text me. Let me know. Well, you know what?
Which is more comfortable.
You know what? Text me after the 25th when my cycle resets on my billing, because Brett and...
Kyle, you can text him anytime you want.
Okay, you can text me those extra... You know what? You can contact me in any way. You can get a call, do it in person. It doesn't matter. Contact me and let me know which goes faster. Now, Kyle, if you were riding an invisible horse, but you were told that you could see it if you at least stood around while they murdered somebody, you know what I mean? Would you do it?
To see
Because you're
his horse?
to see the horse you're going to be flying on.
Yeah.
Would
Can you
would
feel
just
it if
witness
it's invisible? Is that a dumb question?
Is it a dumb question to ask if you can feel invisible things? Because
It sounds like you're telling me it was.
no.
And you're so condescending.
No, I'm gonna go on your side here. I'm gonna say, who knows, right? We don't have invisible things, as far as I know.
Because it's invisible. Whoa.
Alexa,
Mind blown.
does the government have invisible drones?
Sorry, I don't know the answer to your question.
Of course she doesn't know.
She's alright.
She's on the inside. She's working for them.
It's crazy.
No, just because
So we don't know.
do you even know where? I guess you don't know where
Well-
it ends. What to hold on to? Like there's.
Yeah. Well, invisible.
Or is it like a thing that you can touch but you just can't
yeah.
see it?
Well, invisible things, they don't. What is it? They don't refract light.
Mm-hmm.
So could we touch them? Kyle, can you touch invisible things? I know they don't exist, but let me know. In the Harry Potter universe, though, you can.
Okay. Couldn't remember.
Because he bumps into stuff with that invisibility cloak all the
Well,
time.
yeah, that's true.
He's such an idiot.
So they fly on these invisible horses.
Yeah.
So like Ron and Hermione are just like
Oh, man.
floating,
Yeah.
presumably through the air. Like what do they know to do
They
differently?
have no idea.
And
How
they-
do you know you're holding on? How do you know if you're slipping off? Like
You don't know.
You don't know.
It's really your.
It's crazy. A broom would have been much more
practical.
easy to get around.
Yeah.
All the Order of the Phoenix guys, they bring brooms. They don't bring undead
Well, they're
horses.
prepared. Preparation.
There's brooms all over that thing. There's
But what I'm saying is
at
they-
least 4 Quidditch teams worth of brooms in that place.
But we didn't finish, so they go to the the ministry, and they go into the rooms with all of the prophecies.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, Sirius Black is not there tied up. It was a setup. And then Harry Potter and Voldemort fight, right?
Yeah. Real quick though, do you think Sean has a little bit of a man crush on Lucius Malfoy?
Yes, he is about that man.
Yeah.
He wants to be him, I
I think we found Sean's type.
Yeah.
I don't
he
know.
loves like beautiful, long, silvery white locks.
Yeah. They go to find this prophecy.
And Lucius shows up, and
He's so well dressed.
wants everyone to see how cool his hair looks. So he fucking uses his wand, he vanishes his mask. Oh, hello, boys and girls. I'm here to say threatening things.
Is that a Vincent Price impersonation?
No, it should be. I'll
pretty
work
good.
on it. He's using his awesome cane with this highly polished, what is it, a snake at the end?
Yeah, it's like an open snake's mouth.
Yeah. It looks
Yeah.
so cool. I want one. It looks so cool. And it is essentially also a sword cane, except instead of a sword, it's his wand. So he just fucking pulls the wand out of it. It's such a cool move.
Get that man a cane.
Styling.
I think we know what to get Sean
Profiling.
for his birthday if he would accept a gift.
A cane
Get him a
or a
cane.
luscious man?
I said a
with
cane.
Oh,
I was
okay.
talking about the cane.
All right.
He's about the cane.
Because Sean is straight. Kyle, you know that.
What? I wasn't even.
You know that.
I don't know what that means, but
I think that's it. I think that's
we
it.
barely covered the podcast at all.
Yeah, Kyle, I've been changing the formats. I'm adding guests. You know,
I mean,
I want
might-
to tailor this to our audience, and it's you, so, let me know.
I might be a little offended if he doesn't like this one. Is it me?
Ooh.
Kyle, is it me? Do you not like me on here? Kyle, have I done horribly? I don't know. There is a lot of pressure. Brett is really good as a guest.
He's not everyone's cup of tea.
Oh, shit.
Am I right,
Spill
Kyle?
that tea.
Am I right, Kyle?
Spill that tea.
Just kidding. I love Brett.
Brett, I love you.
Brett. All right.
Bye, Kyle.
Kyle, until next time, I think
Do I get to say
get the
toodles?
hell out of here. No, it's different.
What do I
It's different
say?
on Kyle's cut.
What's the ending? What's the line?
The last few I had, get the hell out of here, but
That seems hard.
it seems harsh. What do you say to Kyle when you leave?
Bye, Kyle. It's great to see you. Drive safe.
We-
Oh, wait, but that's usually because I
Yeah,
see
'cause
he
he's
usually comes here. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I still hope you drive safe, though. I can't wait to see you.
Can't wait to see you.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you, Kyle.
All right. I'm not that enthusiastic, but I'm also
Oh.
excited. Stella's saying goodbye. All right, Kyle, get out of here.
Bye.
Get out of here.